Hello, Dwell ESL. How's everybody doing? It was very good to see some of you at our Zoom meeting on Monday. Yes, this past Monday. It was very good to hear from you and see how everyone is doing. I hope you all can join us for our next Zoom meeting on June 15th. These meetings are just social, not a class, just to say hi and to catch up with everyone. So just as a reminder, we are on week 10. This video is part 1, but June 8th and June 15th, those 2 weeks are the last 2 weeks of the year. Woo, we made it. So, as of right now, I still do not know if or when we will be able to meet again in person. For right now, I'm just planning on continuing these online videos until I hear otherwise. So I wish I knew more information, but the decision is not mine, and the decision is not even for my boss, but it's the person above my boss, the organization that hosts our ESL department. So we are waiting for them to decide. I will let you know as soon as possible if we will begin meeting in person. But whether we meet in person or we continue classes through online, we will be doing level 3 starting on July 6th. Let me write that on the board. July 6th is when our new year, new semester will begin. And it will be level 3. So please help me by sharing with your friends and sharing with your coworkers and anyone you know who would benefit from these classes. Please feel free to give them my contact information, or even maybe you could even share one of these videos with them. Maybe one of these videos was really helpful for you, and so you could share that one with them and they could kind of see if they want to do these classes or not. This would be a great way to test that out. So I think that's all for announcements. So yeah, so the week of June 15th is our last week, and then we will take 2 weeks off, and then we will begin again on July 6th. Okay? All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, let's begin with some deep breaths to clear our mind and prepare to learn. So, feet flat on the floor, arms and shoulders loose, yeah. And take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do one more. Okay, are we ready? Let's go. All right, so we are on Unit 10, Lesson D. And today we will be talking about birthday celebrations. The title of Unit 10 was Free Time, but really I think the theme of this unit is special celebrations. We talked about weddings, we talked about graduation, and now we're talking about birthdays. So, what do you think of when you think of birthday celebrations? I know for me, I think about cake or cupcakes. I think about kind words from friends and family, like celebrating friends and family, love from them, that's a heart. I think about balloons and singing and gifts and maybe streamers, like decoration, maybe party hats, yeah, parties, we didn't say that. So those are just a few of the things that I think about when I think of birthday celebrations. This is another lesson where I really wish we could be having this conversation all together, because I would love to hear what you all think of when you think of birthday celebrations. I know as we will read, I will not say that because I don't want to give away the answer. So just wait. So that's what it is. So the article that we will be reading today, if you open your books to page 128, the title is Special Birthdays Around the World. So, what do you think that means? What do you think the, what do you think I think it's actually a blog. What do you think this blog will be about? Probably about birthday celebrations in different parts of the world, right? Let's look, before we read the blog, let's see. There are a couple of questions here. And I guess these are just questions for you to think about. You don't have to answer them on paper or in the WhatsApp group unless you just want to. But let's at least read the questions together. So number 1, how are birthdays usually celebrated in your culture? And number 2, are some birthdays more special than others? Which ones? Okay, so think about those questions. You will see there is a tip box. We will not read that right now. We will probably save that for, probably save that for the next video, okay? So, how are birthdays usually celebrated in your culture? So be thinking about that. And then, are some birthdays more special than others? And which ones? Okay, now let's read the blog. As I read, this is very important, and you know this, we do this all the time anyway. As I read, underline any words that you are not familiar with. And of course, you can message me on WhatsApp or send me a text or email with your questions, but you can also look them up on Google too. So, okay, here we go. Special birthdays around the world. In most cultures, there are certain birthdays that are especially important in a young person's life. If you were an American teenager, for example, you would eagerly look forward to your 16th birthday because in most states, that is the age to get a driver's license. Other cultures also have birthdays with special meanings. Mexico. For Mexican girls, the 15th birthday, the quinceañera, symbolizes a girl's transition into adulthood. To celebrate, the girl's family throws a huge party. The girl wears a ball gown similar to a wedding dress. The girl performs a waltz, a formal dance, with her father. A similar custom is celebrated in Brazil. Hey, Brazil! And probably Guatemala and Honduras, right? I would like to hear from you if that is true. Okay, China. On a child's first birthday, parents place their baby in the center of a group of objects such as a shiny coin, a book, and a doll. Then they watch to see which object the baby picks up first. Most parents hope their child will pick up the coin because according to tradition, it means the child will be rich. All right, Nigeria. The 1st, 5th, 10th, and 15th birthdays are considered extremely important. Parties are held with up to 100 people. The guests enjoy a feast of a roasted cow or goat. Saudi Arabia. In some countries, such as Saudi Arabia, people don't observe birthdays at all because of spiritual beliefs. According to Muslim traditions, the only celebrations allowed are Eid al-Fitr, a feast that signifies the end of Ramadan, and Eid al-Adha, which celebrates the end of the annual pilgrimage to Mecca. Israel. A boy's 13th and a girl's 12th birthdays are serious as well as happy occasions. On these birthdays, children become responsible for their own religious and moral behavior. Adult birthdays also have special significance in many cultures. In the United States, for example, birthdays ending in 0, 30, 40, 50, etc., are especially meaningful. Okay, so that was really interesting, huh? I wonder if any of you were aware of those traditions in other cultures. Obviously, if you are from Mexico or from Brazil, you probably knew about that one. But I have many friends from China. I have a few friends from Saudi Arabia and from Nigeria, and I didn't know any of those. I think I knew that in Nigeria, the 5th birthday was very significant. But I did not know that in Saudi Arabia, you don't celebrate birthdays. That's so interesting. Okay. So, if you underlined any of the words that you were unfamiliar with, now is the time to pause and either look them up on Google or send me a message on WhatsApp. And now we will talk about what is your homework. So we are going to do a little extra activity. We're going to develop a birthday questionnaire. Let me write that on the board. Okay. So this just means that we will come up with a list of questions that you can ask other people to find out what their birthday customs are, to find out how they celebrate birthdays. So a few example questions. This is kind of like a get to know you activity, okay? So one example would be, you could ask someone, what was your favorite birthday celebration? And I think that could mean like, what is the favorite thing that you do when you celebrate birthdays? Or it could mean which birthday celebration in your life was your favorite. So, for example, one of my favorite birthday celebrations was my 16th birthday. My parents planned a surprise birthday party for me. So all my friends, even friends who lived far away, they traveled in and gathered. We used the gym at our church, the gymnasium, because there were lots of people there. We had some people playing live music. We had food and cake and dancing and singing and so much fun. I think there were some games. So anyway, that was one of my favorite birthdays. All right, another question you could ask would be, how do you choose birthday gifts for your friends and family? Okay. For some, it might depend on which birthday it is. So when my dad turned 60 years old, it was important to get a really good gift. So my sister and I went together to get, I don't even remember what we did, but we, that's terrible. But we worked together to plan a big celebration for him. But on a normal birthday year, when he turned 58, all I did was send him a card. So, you know, maybe that determines it, or maybe, maybe there are other ways that you determine what kind of birthday gift you would get someone. Okay, so your homework is to come up with 3 other questions, not these, but come up with 3 questions that you could ask someone to get to know how they celebrate birthdays, or, you know, something about them and their birthdays. And what I want you to do is pick someone else in our class and make a video to send on WhatsApp asking them those 3 questions. Now, when you see the video in WhatsApp and you see that someone has asked you those questions, then you make a video answering the questions and asking someone else 3 more questions, okay? So maybe I will send the first video, and then that'll get the ball rolling, as they say. Okay? If you have any questions, as always, let me know. But that's it. Thank you so much, and have a great day. See you next time. Ciao.